maybe selling a home, you want to listen up. New commission rules have led to a whole bunch of confusion when it comes to real estate right now.
Yeah, Karen and I got some help about understanding it all with real estate expert Kevin Rockoff from Rockoff Realty. Take a look.
Realty, thank you for being with us.
Nice to see you
The
guys
incredible
again.
shrinking man, looking good.
Thank you.
How are you?
Getting all
Very
full, huh?
well.
Good.
Very well.
So it is confusing out there, Kev.
First of all, what really changed so people understand what's different if you ever sold or bought a house, years ago? It's different now.
It's completely different. So what's changed is that about over a year ago, they took out the broker commissions for the buyer in the MLS. That was the rule, and that's just created a lot of confusion because it's changed the way things have been done for decades. So, and I go on listing appointments. People call, they want to sell their home, and there's so many questions about this.
Right.
What has really changed? How does this affect me? All people know is, we're not talking hundreds of dollars. We're talking thousands of dollars. Sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. So to nut it down, what really has changed is conversations are happening, which haven't happened before. So if you're a buyer, you sit down with your agent and you discuss, how am I going to get paid? How much do I are going to charge me, the broker?
Okay.
That really never happened because that fee was already in MLS, unbeknownst to the consumer.
Like, we all just thought that, the seller paid it, but does that mean the sellers don't pay the buyer's agent, or they don't have to, or?
Well, that's the big question. Who's actually paying, right?
Yeah.
Is it the seller paying or the buyer paying? I'm of the belief it's the buyer's money. At the end of the day, when you have a closing, there's 6, 7 people sitting around a room, the mortgage broker, the lawyers, the appraiser, the inspector, and the realtors. Only one person's coming in the room with the money.
The buyer.
The buyer. So it's really, but what was happening was the buyer's agent would tell the buyer, don't worry about my fee, the seller's paying it. You know what I mean? So that was really the nut of the confusion. Now everything is open to negotiation. So when we sit down with a seller, you don't have to say, okay, you're going to add a 2.5% or 3% broker fee to your sales price. You make it negotiable. So when you get an offer comes in, the buyer-broker commission is in the sales contract. So the listing agent can just focus on their net, the seller can just focus on their net proceeds.
Okay.
So I hope that makes sense. It's kind of a...
Yeah.
But, here's the thing. Are you worried, how's it playing out? Does that mean the buyers have to pay out of pocket, or that you're not really doing the 2.5%? Because I'm thinking then the buyer's agents aren't going to want to come to your house because they're going to know they're not getting paid as much or something.
Well, that's called steering, and that's always, are the buyers going to... The buyer's agents don't really care about what the brokers... They want to see a house. I mean, the buyers just want to see a house.
Right.
And so the fee, to answer your question, is a good question. How does it become negotiable? So let's say you get an offer for $500,000 on a house. Right. And in there it says 2.5%, let's say to Coldwell Banker or some other broker, right? And then you get another offer for $500,000, and it's got a 3% commission to a Remax or whatever. You, the seller, just focus on your net proceeds. You don't really care necessarily what the buyer agent is getting paid, right? Because it's a very different job, buying agent versus listing agent. But again, the buyers and sellers are now able to negotiate their fees in theory, but you are seeing changes. We are negotiating these fees, and I think it's great for consumers.
We've got some houses that you have recently sold for your 1% commission, which we just think is absolutely true. Look at how beautiful this house is.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that's in West Hartford. Okay.
Oh, of course it's in West Hartford. Everything is beautiful there.
Near and dear.
It is. It's near and dear, right?
But so the people, we show these things because we show how people save money with our 1% fee. Right. With the professional photography, with the drone shots, with the contract negotiations, the sign, the lock boxes.
This is Windsor Locks. And
Two Capes.
Two Capes. They both went.
Oh,
they
joined.
It was an interesting one. Yeah,
oh, wow,
exactly.
That's really cool.
So what it means is that seller could say, I'm only going to pay a 1% commission to you, and then so that you get paid a little less.
I get paid 1%. My team, with the team, we get paid 1%, and that works for us. We can make we don't have any overhead, no considerable overhead. We can make a good profit at 1%.
Yeah.
Right. And how many? 600 and how
We're
many?
up to close to 640 now.
640 homes.
All across Connecticut. Yeah, people saved, average like $7,000 per house.
That's really incredible.
And you get the same great service.
We're all 5-star. There's 100 reviews for us on now I'm particularly proud about that because you can do 1%, but to do a great job as a team and get over 100 all 5-star reviews, we're really proud about that.
Well, and your wife Kathy is here today, which really is all that matters. Kathy, how are you? It's good to see you. She will not come on camera, but we love her.
But she said, but you said she's feeding you better and you're working out and all that.
We're feeling good.
Right, if you would like to get in touch with Kevin and his team, please visit rockoffrealty.com. Make sure to tell them Great Day Connecticut sent you.